Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel and thanks for logging on. If you enjoy these videos, do me a favor and subscribe to our YouTube channel right here at Watchbox Reviews. I would really appreciate it and I promise to update daily. If you love this watch, you can see it and you can purchase it on our website, thewatchbox.com. Today, we're discussing the Rolex Oyster Perpetual Submariner, reference 14060M, or as it's technically known, the Submariner. That's correct. The no-date sub is the sub, the closest living relative to the 1953 original. It's long been the purist's choice, and the watch on my wrist is almost like a new vintage watch with a V-series serial number. It was made in 2009, but it has the wrist presence and the feel of the subs of the 50s, 60s, and 70s. On the wrist, it's 40 millimeters true, but it's not the super case. It's slim in profile. 12.3 millimeters thick. It's right on par with a modern Daytona, and lug-to-lug it measures 47.5 millimeters, and with this hollow end link bracelet, it's a 93150 with 501B end links. It really does wear true to its size. Now, the bracelet is a handsome piece and an evocative piece, as it still has all hollow center links and hollow end links. Why would you want that? Well, it's as sturdy as ever, but it has that charming Rolex rattle. If you like the feel of a vintage watch, you get it here with a bracelet that's as new as the timepiece itself. So again, an old style, but with vintage engineering. Think of it as a Land Rover Defender for your wrist. Now you can see it's in excellent condition. The definition on the clasp is sharp. Everything is deep. The raised crown is crisp. Inside, you'll note multiple anchoring points as well as the flip lock adjustment for use over a dive suit, or if you're in the Midwest right now, sub-zero winter weather and a thick coat. You can see that the case is simple and handsome. You have the polished flanks, you have the satin finished hoods, and that's pretty much all you need. You have perforated ends because you can still use strap tools on these late 14060s, and then you have a conventional Rolex subdial unmarred by the Cyclops eye. Flush crystal, no date, as it's often known. Remember, this is truly the Submariner. The sub with the date is called the sub date. Screw down crown, trip lock, 300 meters water resistant. You can see the dial attests to the chronometer status of this late build 14060. The bezel is solid with a sharp detent and a robust action. You just roll it until you line up with either the hour or the minute, depending on the interval you wish to time, and now you've got an impromptu 0 to 60 minute timer. And I always find it that a dive bezel does give me more utility and easier reference. It's simply easier to read than a chronograph sub-register. You'll note that the dial, modern spec, black lacquer with white gold hands and white gold indices, super luminova. There will be a lume shot. In 2000, the watch changed from the caliber 3000 to the 3130. The principal differences being the arrival of a full balance bridge and a fast barrel, a 31 jewel movement, automatic winding, 48-hour power reserve, hacking or stop seconds. It features a robust structure, full balance bridge with a free-sprung index, 5-position adjustment, chronometer certification, and a Breguet overcoil to help it to maintain excellent precision and isochronism in any orientation with respect to gravity. The Breguet overcoil, handmade, is a big part of how this watch achieves its chronometer certification. Modern running gear in a vintage evocative case with a wonderfully old school 40 millimeter pre-super case fit. It's a handsome watch in superb condition with a modern spec and a bracelet with a wonderful loose feel on the wrist, but all of its original manufacturing tolerances. It's really a throwback watch in every respect, without the hornet's nest caution and alarmist, perhaps, experience of the vintage market where things can go wrong and usually do. It's wonderful to buy a watch from the 2000s that gives you that experience without any of the compromises or risks. See this one, Rolex chapter ring and all, on the watch box. Rolex no-date sub 14060M. See it by day on the watch box.